My name's Colin West. While traveling this world's wine regions, I've now landed in New Zealand, where I'm meeting up with a local Kiwi girl, Jo Hawley, and a film crew, and we're going through the country's top wine regions to check out the natural beauty, the adventure sports, and the wine. The Wineram experience. It's the way I'm spreading my passion of wine to the world. We took off to Christchurch. One spot we stopped at, it was so beautiful, and there was a lake and a mountain and the water was crystal blue, so I had to strip down naked and go skinny dipping and really get the full experience out of it. Now I wasn't expecting Jo to steal my clothes down there, and when I walked off I had to walk by some elderly South African man who to this day I feel quite bad for. Sorry sir.
So we're on our way from Queenstown to Christchurch and we've come across a beautiful lake where Colin has decided to go and jump in naked. So I've gone down and of course done what any other person would do.
Jo was so nice, came down and stole all my clothes and I just walked up naked on some stranger. It was a great start to the trip and we all had a great vibe going, so we knew we were in for a good time.
People that we know always seem to walk on. Scene that you're selling, that everybody's getting. All of the hellos soon turn to goodbyes.
When we got out to Christchurch, it set a bit of a different tone for us, as there was recently a huge earthquake, and there were still earthquakes going on, but hundreds of people had actually just died, and so the city was completely shut down. And we're talking about an area that is the size of Seattle, Washington, that was absolutely closed. I remember looking in through the fence line and seeing a Crowne Plaza that was crumbled in bricks, and looking out and seeing a Foot Locker with a newspaper rolling by and the doors still open. We were there and we really wanted to help and give back to the community and do an episode that would hopefully boost the tourism. But despite what had happened in the city center, we could create something for this episode that was extremely entertaining and fun. And we found Thrillseekers, an activity operator that took us quad biking. And then we went out into the Winery wine region very close by and we tasted wines with Pegasus Bay, a phenomenal New Zealand producer. And then finally we checked out Hamner Springs and we had a bit of a relaxing spa-like experience, which was pretty nice. And from there we trekked our way up north. And so now we had arrived in Marlborough.
It's time to wake up Colin. Colin! This is your morning alarm! You probably can't hear it, eh? Because in my head it's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. What was it in yours?
Ow.
No? Okay.
The third episode we decided to go to Marlborough, which was the home of Sauvignon Blanc. And this time around we wanted to also meet up with a brewmaster and not just a winemaker. So we caught up with Joshua Scott of Moa Brewery and also John Forrest of Forrest Wines. So this time around we wanted to bridge the gap between beer and wine. And the way we saw doing that was trying to show how wine can be just as cool as beer is, but beer can also be appreciated in the same exact kind of way that wine can. And so we were trying to really cross that bridge between the two, and I think we did a fair job at it. Now, John was great. John pretty much produced this full episode for me, and he got his son out there, Reed, who was working for an environmental agency, and took us fishing, got a few boats together for us, and he even let us stay at his house. It was so relaxing for us all. So the end of episode 3 actually symbolized the beginning of our midway break. So Jo had to fly home and do a bit of work in Auckland, but Sarah, Rupert, and I took off to Nelson, where we started it all off with my birthday, which was a nice, semi-relaxing time, while Rupert had to go and check out Motueka. It was a spot where he had grown up. And so Elise and Luca, unfortunately, had to head home because we were waiting for Hollywood to get back from Chile, where he'd been filming for a while. And so we were all going to begin the North Island together just outside of Wellington. And so overall, the South Island was a spectacular experience. It was the first 3 episodes that I had ever experienced filming in my life, and I think it all went very smoothly. We got to meet such amazing people. I'm still filming with Rupert today. and I'm still in touch with absolutely everyone from the crew. And overall, it was an adventure, and there's still many.